Hello and welcome back. Do you know what really annoys me? When people say that the IMDb scoring system doesn't really matter and doesn't truly reflect anything. And I keep thinking, I've been looking at IMDb for around about 22 years. And I see the scores fluctuate with the times. For instance, Karate Kid Part 2. That was at like 5.6 10 years ago, but then you introduce Cobra Kai as a TV show. People go back and watch it, and they'll watch it through rose-tinted glasses, and they'll give it an IMDb score. Now, there was no IMDb in 1986. There wasn't. So what would you have done then? You would have started to put your votes at the early 2000s because the internet was new, and you'd want to put your little mark, your little say, on where you ranked a film. Now, this was based on how you felt in the year 2000s. We're now in 2024. Things have changed. The groups, the forums, everything about IMDb has changed. They got rid of the communication part of it, which was one of the reasons why people use this website. Now, people still use IMDb every single day. It's an amazing tool. But when people say that the IMDb scores are not a true reflection, they are. I'm looking at Borderlands, that recent new film. Everybody predicted that this film was going to be poor, and it's come out. It's made no money. It was on 110 to 120 million budget, which is not too bad. But at the box office, it's made 25 million. And its IMDb score is 4.3. Now, are we wrong to say that the masses, which is the general populace, on average, give this a 4.3? Like, it's not drastically terrible, but it's heading towards there. And then you can look at that score and think, do I want to commit to watching this film? When most people say this film is poop. Now, of course, there's going to be films that we all love that slip through the net and are rubbish, really, to the general populace. But to us, they mean something. And there'll be millions of films that I've missed out on because I've looked at the IMDb score and thought, I don't want to commit 2 hours of my life to something that looks like it's going to be terrible. So this is my point. Some of the scores do seem heavily inflated. I remember when Black Panther came out, it had like 9 out of 10. And I could not believe what I was hearing. Like, looking back, all these people that I was saying this to are all turning against the Marvel machine and don't rate Black Panther as highly as they did back when it came out. Time is a huge factor. Luck is a huge factor. And the wave of the populace is a word I keep using because it's true. We can ride a certain wave, just like women rode the wave of Twilight and all of its sequels and books, and they would get together because it was a wave. It happened again with 50 Shades. Those movies are terrible, but they made money because it was a wave. And when people are going through this wave, watch how these IMDb scores fluctuate, go up. When people are feeling good, they will put mediocre films higher. Why? What is the reason for this? I have no idea what the reason is. This is what I'm trying to find out. People say the IMDb scores don't matter. Excuse me, you're wrong. These films cost money to make. They don't just appear out of thin air. Now, if you've got a low IMDb score, what are the chances of you getting a sequel made to that? When people go and look at these IMDb scores and go, actually, this isn't that good. You know, Batman and Robin, a terrible movie. It's got 3.8 on IMDb. Like, that's justified because it's terrible. So, I'm going to conclude that IMDb scores do matter. And if you really look at them, you can see what's going to get a sequel, what's not going to get a sequel. You just got to study a little bit harder. And then you'll get the idea. You won't be going saying, there's an Eternals 2 coming out, when nobody liked it just because you liked it. You honestly think that they're going to invest 200 million? excitement of Deadpool and Wolverine is over now. Now we're back to the usual MCU. And please, who is excited? Everybody I speak to is not pumped for this. Like, they're not like, oh yeah, come on then. What's coming next? And what is it that's coming next? We've got Captain America Brave New World. What would he do? A man who has no powers throwing a shield around like it's nothing against a Hulk played by Harrison Ford, who's doing everything for paychecks these days. I don't know why, but he's doing them. The one guy that I thought had a bit of class about him is now becoming a villain in an already beat-to-death franchise. Good luck to this film, because I won't be going to see it. There is no reason for me to want to go and see this, because it's leading to nothing. It's leading to nothing that I want to see anyway. We know it's leading to Robert Downey Jr. at some point. Well, you've already spoiled the ending. Thank you. Isn't that good? Isn't that good already knowing what's coming? Like, oh, with Avatar, we're going to be doing Avatar 2, 3, 4, and 5. Right, okay, so that means any peril that the two main characters get into, likelihood is they're not going to die in 3 or 4, probably all 5. Maybe one of them will die in 5. Do you see what I mean? This pre-planning, it doesn't work. I'm going to do this, and this. Like, it's just, for my brain, I want surprises, and there is none. There is none. Wouldn't it be amazing if everybody in Avatar died in the 3rd one, and then part 4 and 5 were just some more different characters? Surprise me like that. But no, there won't. I want to be surprised. I want to be entertained. Don't you? Don't you want more from Hollywood? Don't you want more from these production companies that are taking your money? Don't you want them to go with all that money and go, right, who are the best writers that we've got? Who's up and coming? If I was one of them looking for talent, I would be going and looking for new blood, because Hollywood is dead right now. There are millions of stories that you could tell. Millions. And there are millions of actors that could portray these characters that are beloved, but no, we're going to keep recycling. And yeah, it does annoy me, Robert Downey Jr. I don't care if he dresses as a woman in this. I've seen him play somebody in this franchise, and this is just a cheap cop-out. But I'm not here to talk about that. I'm just angry. I'm angry with people judging. What I'm most angry about is, like, I can like something, but I can say that it's not very good. But whereas other people will defend it till they're blue in the face of, yeah, it's really, really good. And it's like, right, okay, why didn't it make any money? Why didn't people go and see it? Like, what is the reasons? Now, a lot of films that are good, a lot of people don't go and see them. You know, Furiosa apparently is one that made no money, but it's meant to be really, really good. So why didn't people go and see it? What's the real reason? There must be a reason why people didn't go and see it. Is it really, really, really good? Or are people bored of seeing cars chasing across the fucking desert? I am. You can't tell a Mad Max story without having a car chase for half the film? Come on. That's why I'm bored. The trailer showed me nothing that I've not seen before. There was nothing in this. I've seen Chris Hemsworth before. Trying to be funny again. I'm bored. And that's why I didn't go and see that film. So I'm just going to leave that one there. I needed to get that out of my system. I am sick of being told what's good and what isn't. I decide. Now, if something's going to get a sequel, you decide.